So many things happened that day. We rented that Ferrari. We drove it down the hill. A deer hit the car. The deer broke the side mirror. It was the only time I had the top on because I didn't want to mess up my hair and makeup. If the top had been down, the deer would have been inside the car and you wouldn't have got this video because I'm sure I would have died or something. But I did my own hair and makeup, yes. What's up, guys? It's Kehlani, and I'm about to walk you through all my videos quarantine style, directed by me and made in-house in my sweaty, hot garage for my new album, It Was Good Until It Wasn't.
3 a.m. in Vegas, all day been fading. You're on tour, in and out them stadiums.
You should have seen Bree trying to work the drone camera to get this shot. We didn't know how to work a drone. So thank you, YouTube University, for that. Bree is one of my closest friends. We have been friends for like 6-7 years now, maybe. She's my original photographer, like when I first moved down here, who I did all my like Tsunami episode stuff with in the beginning and all my like photo shoots. And when quarantine started kind of like coming about, like the idea started getting thrown out, like, yo, we heard they're gonna shut all the cities down. And I had already kind of like had my album rollout plan with Bree. So when it started happening, I was like, we already been together every day. Like, you might as well just come camp out at my crib and we could still bang this album out. So this was us figuring out our own way to do it. Yeah, the drone, Adobe Premiere Pro, a brand new camera that I had to buy that she didn't know how to work yet. A stabilizer, lights, like a light meter, like so many things that neither of us had ever come in contact with because I'm a singer and she's a photographer, and like this a whole new set of like tools and supplies. Yeah, we taught ourselves. We got that Airbnb to shoot that specifically because when that fog comes down, if you catch it at the right time, the fog settles on the mountain and it looks like you're above the clouds. And I don't think any of the days we caught the fog actually hit the mountain. Hyphy is just a general consensus of the Bay. Like, that's just the word that underlines everything. It's a word we created. It's a movement we created. It's a style we created. It's the Bay. I mean, Hype Williams is one of my favorite directors. I just love the style. I love the intricacy. I love the color work. I love like the boldness of it all. I met him on a set of one of my friend's videos a long time ago, and I just loved how like fun and just like he had this vision. Not every time I do anything Hyphy Williams related, like me and him have this moment of like, hey. So he's adopted me at this point. My stylist Scott was able to like drop clothes off on my porch before we went and shot the video, and we did like a virtual like fitting, and then I took it out to the mountains. And I just wanted something that like would be more stylish in the hot tub than just like a bathing suit, but something that felt more like flexy in a hot tub. It upped the ambiance of the scene a little bit more than like, okay, she's taking a morning swim. Like, we shot in the morning, we shot in the sunset, and then we shot at dusk, and then we shot, you know, at nighttime. And I feel like each outfit kind of went with where the sun was at. I love that the top of the dress became almost like a mask. Like, it was kind of symbolic to the quarantine, everything leading up to that. And then the desert with the jacket, I just thought that was just a sick look. To me, it was the most like comfortable, but also really kind of cool, very me, with the combo of like the white socks with the white sneaker boots was cool, because to me that gave me like this desert explorer kind of like feel with like the scarf. When we went location scouting, we found this random turn off the freeway. I was like, we gotta find like a cut so that there's flat land, so when we walk out we can do a scene with me walking and you can see the mountains, but that we aren't disrupted or like in front of somebody's like random house and Joshua Tree or like in somebody's property. So we turned this random cut off the freeway. We pulled in and there was this abandoned car that was like graffitied up. It was like too perfect. I was like, what is this? It's a skeleton of a car, but it's like just enough to where you can still tell it's a car, but like just enough skeletonish to where you can tell it's abandoned and we're not standing on somebody's vehicle. It was a perfect scenario. And then one side it was that, and the other side it was the snow-capped mountains. It was perfect. We wanted to really emphasize how big of a switch the song felt like it had when it changed to the second song. And so that's why there's such a big contrast in the video. I've never been that good at makeup, but I really had to force myself and learn for these music videos because I don't have a glam team. My favorite makeup look was the orange because I love the sunset eye. I was calling my makeup artist beforehand. Like, I had him like make me a list of everything I needed to buy like online. He called his connections to different makeup companies and was like, send her some stuff. It's funny because I think if you even go back and look at the first video, just my glam progresses just as the music video is progressing. And I'm looking back like, why didn't I know how to do this the first time? I'm missing half an eyebrow in everybody's business, but by the time we get to Open Passion, my eyebrows is cracking. Like, man. Okay. The fact that she's producing and filming her own music videos with the help of her close friends is crazy. Sis is in her bag. She deserves so much. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I think it's pretty crazy too. Hopefully in the future we get to keep doing this, but with the support of like a proper team around me and her, because it's been fun. But I really appreciate that. That's dope. I really love how she put 2 songs in one. I love the transition. Damn. Thank you. Yeah, that is low-key one of my favorite aspects of the album. It's funny because initially the second half of the song and the transition was attached to another song. But I didn't end up using that song. And then I made Open like the last week of making my album. And I was like, you know what would sound good at the end of this? That second half of the other song. And then we just melted it together. And it was even more perfect on this one. Okay, next video. All right, this is Everybody Business, quarantine style.
Rather lay out on the train tracks, boy, yeah, hit the pavement, boy, yeah.
Well, this was the first one where me and Bree did it together. Technically, the first one is Toxic, but like that was just me and my laptop and iMovie. But this was the first one where like we did this on my camera, right, Bree? This is the first one with the new camera and like us deciding like, let's just go for it. My stylist didn't come along to styling any of the videos until Open Passionate, the last one. So this was just in my closet, and I thought like, what would stand out against the green? But I also kind of felt like I have this thing with suits, and some of my favorite moments in my career have been in this suit. One of my favorite parts about this video is, in order to keep it so personal, I wanted to take the elements of what makes an acoustic stripped down performance feel so personal when you feel like someone's singing into a microphone. So I'm literally dragging around these headphones and this mic, which the cords were actually tucked into my back pocket because they're not attached to anything. All of those comments and those articles are real articles that we had to take and rewrite and create fake names and fake titles and fake everything for, because you can't use real. You would have to go and clear with every single person that was like, hey, we're going to use your tweet, or hey, we're going to use your article. And there was just too many. So the process of me looking my name up and like finding all these bad things about myself was like not really triggering. It was more like, dang, this is crazy. Like how much of a conversation this all is. It just kind of helped me even settle into like, I don't know, listening to the song even more, like appreciating the song even more from myself. It was so much going on at once. I couldn't block it out. And it just felt like this thing that kind of surrounds you and closes in on you. And then at some point you just see through it all, breathe through it all. Just like, you know what I'm saying? Like push it out the way, get rid of it, sit with yourself and like chill. We looked at the scene. We said it has like red undertones. It has the sand, the dirt. That's like browns and reds. And it was golden hour. And the way she lit it, she was able to get this more intense, like red orangish thing out of it. So the outfit had all those colors. So I thought it was pretty perfect. And I think those might have been the only shoes at the time that I could wear because you can't get pedicures in the quarantine. So that's kind of how that worked out. The song is so good. The part where she put headlines on people's tweets. Everyone is always involved in your life when you're in the public eye all the time. Kehlani is so raw and talented. Thank you. I always hate to say it's what we signed up for, but in a sense, I have to take some responsibility for the fact that like I do put myself out there, and I knew what it was going to be always when I signed up to do this job. You know what I'm saying? I knew that this would be the risk. I knew that people, even now more than ever, are so interested in like falling in love with every single part of you that they go above and beyond to learn that about you and learn everything that they can. And if you flip the perspective from, oh my God, everyone's so nosy, to, oh my God, people just care so much that they are so interested, then it's easy to kind of like find the gratitude in it all. This was dope. I know her neighbors were looking out the window like, It's not my house that I bought. I'm renting this house right now until I find like my first home of my dreams. So shout out to the person that's gonna live in this house after me, and hopefully they know that a very legendary album cover was shot in front of this, and a lot of videos were shot in this backyard. It's a pretty historical house at this point. At my big old age, me knowing we're the same age. Yeah, people are always shocked that I'm 25 and I'm recently 25, but I don't know. Do I look mad old or do I just like come off mad old? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't change the fact that I'm 25, but whatever it is, cool. Hopefully it's that I come off old. And that was Everybody Business, quarantine style. This is Toxic. This is actually the first quarantine style video I did off my album, and no one had any idea that I was doing it. It was a surprise. Here it is. Hey.
Damn right we take turns being wrong. I get real accountable when I'm alone.
Yeah, what a fun video. I was super wine drunk, and it was like 1 in the morning, and I just put my baby down to sleep, and I was like, remember we used to like put our computers on stuff and then like make stupid music videos in computer class on iMovie with the photo booth on the Mac? Like, what if I just whip out the good old trusty photo booth and just like try to figure it out myself? And I had never even seen iMovie before. So that red outfit is actually my Halloween costume. I was supposed to be like the devil's wife or some shit. So that's like a very sparkly, like red, like legit Halloween costume. I just thought it fit the vibes. That's actually my television on YouTube and me looking up like strobe lights and then like slow color lights. You know, that's actually me like just finding different stuff and trying it out. I was all over the place. I was moving so fast, I kept getting new ideas. I was like, oh, what about this one? What about this? And then trying to figure out where to put, because it wasn't a camera. It wasn't like I could have set the camera up somewhere. It was my whole ass laptop. So like building surfaces under to put my laptop so it sits to where I needed to on certain things was also hilarious while drunk. So the comment time, I'm scared. This hits different when you're going through the same thing that the song is about. Oh, okay, it's about the song. Yeah, thanks. I mean, I was explaining how toxic is terrible, but it can also be kind of fun. And, you know, I'm not in that mind state anymore. Thank God you go through those things, you grow up, but I hope you go through it too. I mean, get through it. Kehlani really got wine drunk and created a masterpiece. We stand. I mean, hey, I got wine drunk and had fun with it. And I'm glad you guys considered it a masterpiece because I thought it was just hilarious. To everyone watching this video, I hope that you are empowered to pursue your own dreams. You're just as gifted and just as talented. You are amazing in your own right. May your dormant gift manifest so you can become the best version of your amazing self. Believe in your ability and your potential. Everything is possible if you just believe and work hard. You have greatness within you. It's time to go real hard and bring the trophy home. I love that. I feel like the best part about making all these quarantine videos has been the amount of people that recreated them and kind of told me that I made them feel like my job is accessible and not just exclusive to me, because I think that a lot of people look at these big productioned out things that we do as musicians and they're like, man, like, how am I supposed to make it? How are people supposed to ever like what I do if I'm not like hanging from the ceiling and flipping off a building in my music video, and there's all these like special effects and like $1 million budgets and like I'm wearing designer. And I feel like this was dope because it showed people as long as you are happy with what you do and you feel like you're putting something together that you're proud of and that you worked hard on, you can do something on your laptop and put it out. And it's all about connectivity. It's all about people feeling like they connected with it. It doesn't have to be the craziest, biggest thing ever to be impressive. In that red dress, she looks like Jessica Rabbit, and I'm here for all 3 minutes of this video. What a compliment. I could never. Jessica Rabbit, sweetie, I am so sorry. This is F&MU quarantine style, and I think this is my favorite video.
I swear it's like we do this all the time now. That shit be turning me on, I cannot lie.
Woo! I love this video. I just felt like it wasn't just based on like styling or like how cool it looked. It's the least styled one, and it was more focused on there actually being a storyline and a concept to it. The whole concept of the video is that two people can't see each other and they're having sex flashbacks. Well, really the guy is having sex flashbacks. So that's why the difference between certain shots, they go from like clear to dreamy. And it's like in that first scene, he wakes up and he goes to get his orange juice, but he has a flashback of me shaking my ass. And he gets so distracted, he drops his orange juice. That combined with like just a dope dance video with choreography. So I love this video. Yeah, we both wore the same outfit because I wanted that to kind of hint to just like them being so connected and having like similar flashbacks. We're also dancing in the same place. So he's in his kitchen, I'm in my kitchen. Actually, my friend Yanni Lisperas, she's one of my dancers, one of my backup dancers, but she's also an incredible choreographer. Yanni actually did the choreography for me on video and sent it to me, and I tried to learn it best on video, but being that we couldn't figure out how to flip it, I was learning it backwards. I just had her pull up and teach me in my driveway. I don't know, it came out really cool. So I used half of her choreography and then freestyled the rest and just hoped that it was enough to salvage because I'm not the hugest freestyler. But all that floor stuff, that's pretty much just me doing whatever I could think of. And then he obviously is a dancer, so he just freestyled a bunch. Like everybody's business was so random. It was so like, let's just go shoot it, okay? Let's try this. Oh, that corner looks cool. That corner looks cool. This was the one where me and Bree really thought out every little thing. We were like, we're going to write a list. We're going to make a shot list. It was our first shot list. We're like, okay, one by one, we know where we want to shoot, how we want to do it, how it has to be lit. It was Bree's first time working the stabilizer, and that was hilarious because it was just flipping all over the place. The scene where he's in the shower, like I'm holding a light above the shower while she's filming him in the shower, and then I had to like get in it, and then like it was definitely funny. And us just moving everything around his apartment to like get a side clear, and then like us trying to shoot in weird angles so that none of our like shadows were in it. The whole thing was just hilarious, but it came out so perfect. Damn, he slipped on that orange juice and went into a floor dance. Respect. He didn't slip on it. He was cleaning it up and then went into a floor dance, but respect either way because he killed that. I'm stuck on him drinking the juice out the carton. Hell no. Girl, that's his apartment. That's his orange juice. Ain't nobody else drinking that damn juice. So you know boys do that anyway. These lo-fi quarantine videos have been better than most videos made on big budgets. What a queen, for real. Honestly, that's just a big shout out to Bree because I couldn't have done any of this by myself. There's no way in hell I could have set up a tripod and like shot it myself, nor could I have edited myself. She guided me through all the editing with her. If I had a question, she taught me, or if she didn't know, she'd go look it up and then walk me through it after she learned it. And it's just been a breeze because we're like actually really, really close friends. So creating with your friends is always better than anything else. I don't think she's ever been so active musically than this year. Yeah, I mean, when I'm not working on music, I tend to be just pretty quiet and like just like do a regular life stuff. But this year I just decided like life is hella short. Like I lost some people very close to me. It kind of really woke me up in the sense of realizing how short life is, and if they had the opportunities I have, they would have gone just as hard as me, if not harder. So I kind of take that into everything that I do now and just give it 100%. So we've been really just losing sleep, sitting in a sweaty garage and giving it 100%. So when I'm older, I'm definitely going to somehow find an application to be a backup dancer for Kehlani, even though I'm not as great as some people, but like Kehlani is great. So even if I don't get it, I've tried. Well, I'm not that extremely great of a dancer either. Like I'm kind of a beginner level. Like I could do this stuff, but am I a Tinashe? Am I a Beyonce? Am I a Normani? Absolutely not. Those girls be killing the dancing, singing game. I can do it. It's cool. It's pretty cool, but it's way more laid back. And so I think you probably could dance for me because I don't do the most, but also I love the mentality that even if you don't get it, you try, because that's really all that matters. All right, guys, I'm Kehlani, and that was my video walkthrough of my quarantine style videos from my new album, It Was Good Until It Wasn't, self-directed by me, made by Honey Shot Productions, shot by Bria Elise. Let's get it.